Yo, Lawrence Clark, what up, man? Trying to get all of my technicals together. Seeing if I can get my technicals in place. Shanna, how are you, ma'am? I'm trying to get all my technicals in place. There we go. Now I'm getting it together. Jason, the Ewing's in the building. Tanking real deal. What's up? What it do? Chris Stevenson, what's up, brother? Victory has defeated you. What's good? Fat guy with guns. What up, bro? One in the Chinamba. What up, dog? Ramsey J, what up? Corey, what's to it? Oh, me. My man, what's happening? Paris Eye, what's up? What up? What up? What up? Good to see everybody. Philly Slow, what's up, man? James Summers, what's up? R. Scott, what it do? Tap in. You already know, G. You already know, man. We're a week out. That's what's up. OG Deuce Dollar. What up, champ? Junior, what's good, man? Gunrilla Rick, Roadblock, everybody, man. What's good, man? It's Wednesday. We in here. Same OG. What's to it? That's D Marine 89. What up? What up? What up? Tell my son in the studio up there, man. Tell him to turn it down a little bit. Here we go. Michael Reyes. Hey, look, Mike. I ain't gonna argue with you, bro. I ain't gonna argue with you, bro. I don't know if the Mavs can do it, but man, bro, man, I don't even know, man. That was crazy though. I still got Boston in the other series though. I ain't gonna cap. I got Boston coming out these. Who that babe? What's up, ma'am? Rose. What's to it? Nola Saint. Kingdom Defense. What up? What up? Y'all hit that like button for me, man. When y'all get up in here, I appreciate that. That be love. Y'all hit that for me. Y'all hit that for me. Got some good stuff to talk about tonight, man. I don't know if it's good stuff, but we got some stuff. Appreciate you, Corey. Rock Bezzy, what's up, man? TK, what's up, sis? You ready? You good to go? We got about a week. TK, you ready? You know, we added like, I ain't gonna even say. I'm just gonna tell y'all that we got some more people coming out to the events, man. Some dope people too. Some big old peoples. Like word. Some and I'm not even like we ain't no more selling the event because the event is sold out. Devil Row, what's up? There's no need to sell it anymore. However, you know what I'm saying, I do want to let people know that it's just the hype is building up even crazier. Um, it's there. It is there. It's ready to go. James Holyfield, what's up, man? I'm so excited. We got so much stuff, man. We put so much time and effort into this thing. Charles Henry, what's good? What's good, brother? Y'all please hit that like button for me, man. Y'all please hit that like button for me. My Black is Beautiful. What's good? What's good? What's the move? 2A in LA. What up, dog? Jag, what's to it, man? You know, we're gonna talk about some serious stuff tonight, man. You know, I'm trying to, bring everybody back to to what the focus needs to be. BP, what's up, man? What's good? What's good? I guess I would be. We'll get going. We're gonna once we get about 100 people in here, we'll get popping. And why? Damn it, man! What's going on, D. Morrell? Welcome. Appreciate you. Some more New Yorkers, man. Shout out to New York. Shout out New York, man. I need UPS, man, deliver these. Hey, yeah, you do, Ramsey. I hate for you not to be able to get in, man. Coming there with no funny shoes, man. I guess I would be, less than the man to not let you guys and not say something to you guys, right? I have to let you know that anything that's been moving for me, I want to apologize to y'all for anything that moves beyond YouTube with me. I've apologized before. I'm doing it again, not for nothing I've said. When I say something, I say what I say. I mean what I say. That's just that. But I'm talking about anything that moves beyond YouTube. I just want to apologize to you guys because I have to be smart enough not to indulge in that stuff and let it be what it is. Just understand. I just want y'all to know. I want to put this the right way because I'm hoping that all of this, the little petty stuff, the stuff that doesn't matter, the stuff that's not very important, is behind me and all of us, and we hope that we hope that everybody's done with it. And James Walker, what's going on, brother? And I just must say that shout out to the missus, man. And anybody with common sense know I'm just not gonna go there. But I definitely never, ever, 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 under no circumstance, ever listen to me, y'all, ever, because you got to pay attention. Sometimes when I say I'm so cold, right, because I be having bars when I be spitting, so you got to listen because the bar go over your head if you're not listening, right? My fly's in here though, he catch every bar and every song, but y'all got to make sure you're listening to this now. I would never, ever in a million years, under no circumstance, no matter, don't believe the hype, because I would never, ever trade that beautiful vehicle that I've been driving and looks amazing, by the way, for years, probably 28, 29 years, for a used truck. Under no circumstance. Now, I need y'all to understand that I would never trade that vehicle for a highly used big old truck. I wouldn't do that. So hold that down, keep that with you, and let me send a message to some other people. Don't send me no DMs. Don't comment on my stuff. I don't want to hear nothing drama related ever again if that's okay with y'all. And anybody that feels the need to, indulge and try to keep weird stuff going on, please, please, please stay away from me. All right. I don't want no parts of it. All right. We good, man. I've been the same dude since I started this. I'm gonna remain the same dude. I never switch up. I stay solid. Ask Chicago. Ask them boys down the A. Ask my partners out in Texas. Ask my homies in LA. Ask my family in Miami. Ask my people in Tampa. Ask my family over in St. Pete. Talk to my brothers down in Orlando. People will tell you he's a solid dude, man. You never hear anything past that. So keep that moving. Keep that with you. Now, let's get this thing started. Yo, Zach, how we looking on the likes, bro? Could y'all please hit the like button for me? Could y'all please, please, please hit the like button for me? Carbon Q, what's up, man? Jason T, where you been, son? North Florida. We're going to take care of that business, man, after Nashville. All right? I gave you my word. I'm going to stick to it. Let's hit the like button, y'all. Can we please, please, please hit the like button? Because I really want us to talk tonight, man, and because this is something super serious to me. Hey, Ramsey J, I don't know, bro. I don't know what's going on, but it's a wrap, man. We done. Done, G. You know what I'm saying? Like, done. Like, kapoof. It's a wrap. That's right, Sham Guns. How you been? Y'all hit the like button for me, man. Y'all know I'm only human, man. Motherfucker hit me, I gotta hit him back. Bow! Like, fuck that, you know? But I gotta be easy. They say you in corporate America now. Tech Money. What's up, fam? CDL, what's to it? Let me go check and see how we looking real quick. Oh, this is ridiculously terrible, guys. Oh, I was looking at this. I had to refresh. I thought it said 13 likes. I was like, damn. James Summers, what's up, man? Hey, listen, whoever might have forgot to hit the like button, y'all go ahead and do that for me. Y'all hit that like button for me, man, so we could talk about tonight's topic, which is a very, very, very good topic. All right. Armel, what's up, man? Yo, tell CZ Mommy she good to go. All right. Tell her I appreciate her too. Jeffrey Light, thank you, man. Y'all hit the like button for me. I appreciate y'all big time for that, man. We getting there. We getting there. Ghetto, hang around, Ghetto, which I'm sure you will. But tonight gonna be a good one, man. Tonight gonna be a really, really, really good live, like it usually is, but it's definitely gonna be good. ET, what's up, bro? Gun camp in the building. Hey, ET, gun camp ready? Is gun camp ready? Boy, when we tell you we bringing Chicago to Nashville deep, boy, we damn near got half the city. We coming out there to kick it with all our Nashville people, man, and everybody from here. It's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be a weekend to remember. We say we've been ready. Hey man, tell Twister hit me up. Tell him I'm on live right now. But if he hit me, I just bring him on live. It's nothing, man. I want to talk to him. I want to see if he ready, because boy, it'd be a disaster if he didn't know the dress code or something. He couldn't get in. Wouldn't that be just embarrassing for me and the whole event? Tell him I need to holler at him real quick, man. Tell T I need to holler at him, man. I'm just trying. Hey, ET, hit the like button, bro. Don't be acting snobby like you can't just press a like button. Don't be out there acting snobby, man. Come on, y'all. Let's get these likes up to 100 at least. We only a few more away. We only a few more away. Commander Cunt's in the building, y'all. Can I say that on YouTube? No, man. I can't say that, can I? Let me take that back. Mindset Guns, what up? New York City, what's up, man? Hey, Ghetto, that might just happen, man. You know, you gotta tell the celebrities how to move. You know what I'm saying? You gotta tell the celebrities how to move, man. Mikey, what's to it? You don't tell them, you know, they make their own rules, man. All right, we pretty much at 100 likes, man. We good to go. So, Et. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get the link out here because Coy, what's up, babe? Babe, damn, did I say that? Say it different. That's what guys used to say back in the day. Like, what's up, baby? Like that, but they be talking to your homie, but you say that today, you funny. Funny don't even mean you're a comedian. Never mind, man. Let me stop talking about weird stuff. But I definitely have to say that different. Coy, what up, fool? Like that, because if you don't hurry up and do that, then people think you soft. All right. Shooter one ready. What's up? What's up? What's up? BP, man. I need everybody, yo. I need everybody tonight because we want to. This is interesting. Carbon Q. I mean, hey, my fly, don't get kicked out of here, man. Damn, chill out. So, let me get my link together. Get everybody ready to go. We good now, man. We got a crowd. We got a big crowd right now, man. Let's talk. Let's get serious for a minute, man. What up, homie?
What up, man?
Oh, ain't nothing to it, bro. You good?
I'm good.
Roadblock, what's up?
What up, Roadblock?
Don't worry, Roadblock. You looking forward to it, man. You about to be in it in a minute, because what I'm not gonna do, I don't want to fill the screen up with 73 people tonight.
But I'm gonna clown you for saying Coy like that. Just so you know.
I said bait. I almost said it.
I know. I'm gonna clown you.
Almost said it. But because look, let me tell you something. Coy old school too. I gotta cover my tracks. Coy old school, and in the hood, they do yo, what up, baby? It's my boy right there. Like we do that. No, like,
that's maybe Chicago because we didn't do that.
You ain't been in New York in years, bro. You don't know what the old school dudes did.
What are you talking about? I'm an old school dude. You don't say that,
bro. That's terrible, man. That's terrible how you just came at me like that. That's okay. I'm gonna let you get away with that. But sometimes I slip up.
Not now.
I slip up and you had to get me. It's cool. It's
tomorrow I'm gonna get you. Not tonight, but tomorrow.
Hey, let me talk to Jimmy Walker real quick, man.
What up, Jimmy Walker?
What's up, dog?
What's happening? How y'all doing?
Man, I ain't seen you in a minute. How you been, man?
I'm out here on the road right now. I'm in Statesville, North Carolina.
I see you shining. I see that gold.
Carolina, man.
Yeah, I'm in Statesville, North Carolina right now.
Okay, somebody got to get that money, man. Go do it.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to chime in real quick about something, because I hardly ever get to catch you live.
It's okay, man. Talk to me.
About the whole Buffalo thing.
Yeah,
I listened to that. I listened to that manifesto and all that. Something that really, really caught my eye.
Okay.
Being a gun lover, when this guy said he researched these gun laws and he already knew he was probably going to have everybody outgunned by his capacity. To me, this is why it's important that we can't have all these restrictions. We got to have what these criminals have. Sometimes you hear people saying, well, why you need an AR-15? Because the criminals have them. That gunfight got to be even. He already researched this. Well, New York only allowed people to have 10 rounds or less. So I'm going to have them outgunned anyway. You know what I mean? There was a lot of thinking that went into that. And living in Iowa, anytime laws get passed, you got these think tanks, or you got these groups of people that sit down and go over these laws and figure out how to make this stuff benefit them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of people looking at the racial component, but you got to look at the tactical component, because look at California. You got to have the gun in the lockbox and all that. That's the home of carjacking. And you're going to tell me you got a law where my gun got to be separate from the magazine? You know what I mean? This kind of stuff, this is where politics become important when it comes to firearms, because a lot of people say, oh, don't deal with politics. You're going to let somebody else decide on how you should protect your life? Because at the end of the day, we got to live in the now. The now is AR-15s are everywhere.
Yep.
AKs are everywhere.
Yeah.
300 blackouts. Whatever you name is out here. And you got to have what these criminals have. Why do you need 100 rounds from them? Because they got them. And they planning on you not having it. Listen to what that guy said. I know nobody's gonna be armed as well as I am, and he took advantage of that. Yeah, that brother shot back at him with his service pistol or whatever he had on him, but because of these stupid gun restrictions, look at what happened. You know, it would have took multiple people to get into a firefight with this guy to put him down.
Yeah, you're right, man.
It's true.
North Florida Tactical. If you somewhere that you're available to get in on this link, definitely chime in. Et, definitely chime in, man, because I want some of the guys who along them law enforcement lines, military background, trainers, because this thing has had me stressing, man. Anybody that know me, that talked to me and have heard me express my thoughts on this, is disturbing. And unfortunately, I did watch that video, and I'm telling you, man, I was overwhelmed. I think about life. You know, you think about life and what matters the most. And one of the things that I always say to everybody, man, is get home safe. You know, that's my thing. I say it so much, it almost happens. Like I say it like it's cliche. Like, you know, man, get home safe, man. No matter what you have to do, try your best to get home safe. Some of them people, man, none of those people had a chance. None of them.
You know what's even worse? When you really into the Second Amendment, I'm pretty sure all of us have been called crazy, we delusional. That kind of stuff don't happen. Get it out of your mind. That can't happen. My wife always asks me, when we go in the grocery store, why you gotta have a damn gun in your pocket? Because that's the place people are most likely to be unarmed. When these guys go out and pull these kinds of things, they're looking for soft targets. There's not really many gunfighters left. Most of these guys out here are ninjas. They sneak down on you and they like shooting people with their back turned. Just go for the spree shooters, just go for your little gangster thugs in the street and the rest of that group. They love to make sure you're unarmed or they can catch you off guard. You don't see very many firefights out here anymore. And you have to always be aware that anywhere people moving about their daily lives, that's the place you'll sit and duck at. You know? And I'm gonna racialize this just for a minute. Black folks gotta get off this thing of just prayers is just gonna save us. I'm sorry.
I agree.
I want to enjoy my heaven on earth like everybody else. I got a right to live like everybody else. I want to die from old age. If I gotta go down, I want to go down swinging. You know, being on my knees praying to somebody who's about to blow my head off for getting groceries. I mean, that's a horrible way to go. You know what I mean? And
I agree, man.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. You know, I just got back from Mexico a couple weeks ago. When that guy went to El Paso and shot up all them Hispanics, real quick, you know, my wife is Mexican. Her and a lot of her family went out and got concealed carry permits and bought firearms. They take that threat serious. It only took them one time. How long is it going to take us to take this threat serious? I know this is not the channel for this, but I have to say this. Our skin color is a crime. When we go into these places, you are under surveillance. You can't go to a white neighborhood and in 2 seconds, everybody calling each other. They watching you. You go to Asian neighborhood and everywhere else. We get too comfortable with outsiders and this kind. I mean, that is just the elephant in the room. Everybody's gonna have to address. I'm not telling you when people come, you gotta run up on them and stick a gun in their face. But you can't have your head down. Even all the people starting to say this guy was out of place. Well, if you knew something, you're supposed to go on alert. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I mean, you're right, brother. It's hard for me to disagree with you here. You know, I guess my mind is a little twisted right now because I just think about it, man. When I saw that video, man, and I'm bothered. And then even the video when I saw people, the media going back to the neighborhood,
right.
and the people just look so lost. They look helpless, man. They helpless because
And it was elderly. That I think
that
that
part got me
scares.
the most, bro.
You know, I saw that video and I thought to myself after I watched it, I never should have watched it.
What's up, Lady Smith?
Because I didn't
said the
sleep
same
well that
thing.
night. I didn't
man.
sleep well at night. When
And
I got out here Monday, that was all I could think of. You know what I mean? It should have never happened. I'm not going to get into the politics here because that's not this kind of channel. But the reality is, it happened, and too many of us got caught off guard. We got to start showing community solidarity. People can't feel comfortable to come in and do that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just think about us. You know, I'm 42. When we go around the country and in certain neighborhoods, we on alert and we wondering, is this okay for us to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What does that say? That this guy was comfortable enough that he felt he was going to come in there, do what he was going to do and get out and nothing was going to happen to him, you know? And our elderly, man, we just have to get into, we have to get into the thing of, we're going to have to start protecting ourselves. That is a must. We have to teach that thing.
James, I don't know what it'll take, man. I mean, I understand exactly where you're coming from, the whole stigma behind having a gun, but I thought about my mother. My mother goes shopping. My mother's almost 80 years old. And she goes shopping. She'll go out there. She'll go shopping by herself. Maybe she may take my nephew with her or something like that. And she lives in New York City. She lives in New York City, in the city, not upstate.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you know, I think about that. I mean, I think about when are we just gonna be like, you know something? The hell with your laws. You ain't gonna just be running up in nowhere killing our mothers and grandmothers and grandfathers and fathers and nieces and nephews, and we just gonna be like, fuck all that. We're gonna have to come take these guns because somebody coming here, they're gonna get shot the fuck up trying to kill our family. I don't understand, because that's the way I really feel about it, and I try to keep it down. But that's the reason why I own firearms, because I believe every black person should be armed to the teeth and have as much ammo as they can store in this country. That's what I believe. That's my belief because of the history that we have in this country. And I don't know when people are just gonna wake up and be like, you know something? Fuck that. You ain't gonna just kill us. I totally agree with you, man.
You know, up here, I've been living in Iowa 12 years now. And I talk to people and they tell me when I was 3 years old, already they had a little stick made, a little wooden simulation of a gun. And before they would put a real gun in our hand, we had to carry that around. They wanted to see if we understood the safety. I know guys who said they was in the field at 6 and 7 years old out hunting by themselves. You know what I mean? Sunday I was at the range. It was a 10-year-old. Huh?
So I was in the field young too.
It was a 10-year-old shooting a damn 44 Magnum by himself when I got to the gun range Sunday. And I was just thinking to myself, while we telling our sons, I don't want you playing with guns, look at what these guys out here doing. His dad is there with him, his older brother, his mom, and his granddad. And they just are shooting and just are having the time and teaching him his stance. And I can't get upset with him. But I'm just thinking, even when I was in New Orleans, you go in a gun range and it's none of us there. We telling our kids to stay away from guns. Are prevalent. Guns are present in this country. You're going to encounter a gun sooner or later. Is how you've been taught about them that's going to determine where you're going to go. Because if you don't teach your kids about guns, guess what? Your friend down the street going to teach them. Their friend down the street going to teach them. They'll be out there 13 years old sticking a gun in somebody's face telling them, I want your car.
Give me a minute here, Jimmy Walker.
Yeah.
I need y'all to hit that like button for me.
Please.
We're way behind. Please, guys. This is a great discussion too, man. And I want to. What's up, Real Deal? Matter of fact,
hey, gentlemen.
I want us all. Real Deal sound like he in the back cave.
Right.
That's right. I'm getting ready.
Prepper 101, what's up, man? Prepper 101, another great guy.
About 101.
I really want us to discuss this tonight because, and it don't just have to be us. You know, it's always worrisome because of this particular situation and what we experience as Black people in this country. And 2A is a strong community, and we have, you know, a bunch of different races here in 2A. And I really want to hear different points of view, you know, different thought processes, and
Can I say something, bro?
different ways for us to prepare.
Can I say something?
What up?
I don't want anybody to get offended, but what I want them to understand is that what happened was done specifically to us, based on an ideology about us replacing a people. So please don't get offended if I say something strictly from a Black point of view, because that's who harm was done to. Harm was done to Black bodies specifically based on a bullshit narrative that's put out there based on a certain group of people. I'm not trying to put everybody in a general category, but that's why those people were killed. Those people were killed because they were Black people for no other reason. That's why they were killed. That was why. So I don't want anybody to be offended if I sound a little bit harsh or you think I'm talking against you. I'm not. If the shoe don't fit, don't walk in the motherfucker. But because this makes me really. This is the reason why I got into guns is because of Black people. That's why. So I just wanted. I don't want anybody to get offended if I say something that sound kind of funny to you. If the shoe don't fit, like I said, don't wear it.
I want to take it one step further if I can. Now,
I wish you didn't sound like Darth Vader, man.
well, I'll walk out. I'll walk out of this room.
You sound like you in a tunnel.
You scaring the hell out of me. What the hell?
Real deal from the great beyond. What's going on?
Hang on 1 second. I'll be out of the echo chamber. All right. How's that better?
That's better.
So I'm going to take it one step further. This guy didn't come out of nowhere. This guy just didn't pop out on society one day and do this. The school knew what his views were. The police department knew what his views were. The FBI knew what his views were. And he lived in a state, red flag laws, and they could have took his guns away. They didn't. Why didn't they? There's an agenda behind that.
Yeah.
They could have took his guns away. They had him under surveillance. They knew what he was going to do. They didn't do anything. Why is that?
Oh, we know why. I mean, I just because he had the complexion for the connection. I mean, I just be straightforward. Yeah, that's why. Because if it was a brown person, or if it was a person who was considered to be Muslim, or anything like that, and something came up, they'd be all up your ass trying to take your firearms from you. That's New York. That's New York State. If it was that's so, I mean, let's not beat around the bush here. We know why.
Yeah, New York State.
That's why they did. Because they are always presumed innocent until proven guilty. Unlike we're always
I'm going to say
proven innocent. There's a different standard.
They allowed him to do it. They wanted him to do it. It served the agenda. It serves to push more gun control. It pushed to make the Black community more scared of guns. There's an agenda behind it. And they knew exactly what this guy was going to do, and they were hoping he would do it.
Yeah.
That's my view.
I can't even disagree.
In a red flag state, you're right. I mean, if he got investigated for threatening to shoot up a school,
right?
Hell, I got expelled for getting in a fist fight when I was in the 9th grade.
Right.
You know,
a fist fight.
Here in Illinois, my oldest son got into an argument with his baby's mom, and they took his firearm rights. I mean, he got it back now, but I just find it, man, it's just disturbing, man. Zodi, what's up?
What's going on, y'all? What's going on?
Zodi?
North Florida Tactical in here. What's going on, bro?
You know, I'm over here cooling. I'm probably in the same state as everybody else in with this news with Brooklyn. My thoughts and prayers go out to all the family members and everybody affected. But I think what you're doing right now, it's time to continue to talk about what we can improve the situation.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man. That's probably easily the worst thing I've ever watched.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Worst thing I've ever.
You know what?
Worst thing I've ever seen, man.
I think the cold blooded calculateness of it, and that it was elderly people. I mean, I grew up watching that type of stuff in New Orleans. You know, I grew up in the New Orleans in the '80s in Central City, so I watched some gruesome stuff. Something about that
Thank you, Gerald.
just
Appreciate
did
it.
something to my psyche.
Mm-hmm.
And I had seen a couple other YouTubers. One in particular said he wished he would have never watched that video. He said he just wished he never would have watched it. And it's almost unreal because this is the first time we've ever seen one of these mass shooters like live stream, and it almost looked like real life Call of Duty. All you see is the fucking gun.
Mm-hmm.
You see his hands, and you see people dropping.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It was almost like Call of Duty came to life, and you got to see it uninterrupted in real time, unedited in real time. The thing that I think that also for those who was fortunate enough to see the programs about that manifesto, that makes it even worse because now you can't find videos on that. If you put that up now, YouTube snatching that down. They are trying to sanitize the internet of that manifesto. But I learned some things about body armor I never even knew just listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 38 pages just dedicated to body armor. You know what I mean? And I have to say, who else was involved with this?
Yep.
I
And
mean, this was massive planning.
I think
I
is called the correct term for it. And I'm gonna say something. What happens is it's called stochastic terrorism. That's what it's called. There is a group of people who sit and put out a certain narrative, and then these young men, a lot like this kid, sit on different places like Rumble and all these other different type of places, and they have these private 4chan and all, and have these private chat rooms, and they basically incite these people to become radicalized, and they go do this. That's what happens. It's called stochastic terrorism. So they create terrorists, and that's why it's so dangerous because it's not a group of people. A lone wolf is more dangerous than a known group of people because a lone wolf can just get up one day and decide I'm just going to go do something, and that's what makes it dangerous. That's what put us on a more even heightened level of awareness. I'm talking about nobody want to be walking through stores carrying AR-15s. I know I don't. But it almost makes you think: is that what I need to do? Do I need to put on my plate carrier, grab my AR, put on some sort of helmet or whatever, put up some body armor on my son, put some body on my wife, and say, "Come on, we going to the store. I got you." And this big ass gun that I got here with this 50-round drum. If someone decide they want to come shoot up something, get your ass down because they might end up killing me. Get away from me because I'm definitely gonna start shooting at them. It makes you think like that. That video it invokes such a hatred inside of you. You don't even want to look at it because it gets past the whole. I just want to protect. It makes you just want to hate that thing that causes that. And when I feel that way, I get biblical on that shit. In the Bible, when something was a certain way and God wanted it gone, He told you to go in and kill. You kill the children, you're killing animals, everything. And that's biblical. That ain't me. That's in the Bible. Check the Old Testament. A king got in trouble for not doing that. King named Agag. I don't get into the Bible and stuff, but I'm very well versed in the Bible. But that's what it makes you. It invokes those type of feelings. That's what you need to do. Especially when you know you can do it. When I know I can just go in the closet and grab a plate carrier and with some plates in it and put stuff on my wife and my son and go get a gun that I know is effective and can tear some shit up, it makes you want to do it. It just does.
They exactly want you to feel that way, but they want you, instead of saying, I want a gun, they want you to scream, government, government, please protect me. Here's my gun. Keep me safe. Keep me safe. And they can't do it. But they'll tell you they can do it, but they can't do it.
I think honestly, I think it goes past that. I think it goes past that. It goes to a place of there is a particular hatred that has lived in this country for many years that is against the people who were brought here that were never supposed to be people. You're only supposed to be property. And I think that thing has permeated through society. I just do. That's why I believe every black person should have a gun and have armed to the teeth and as many rounds as you can. Because it's
BP, what's up, young fella?
it's the history of how they tell you, pull up your bootstraps, and you ain't got no straps and ain't got no boots. But then when we did that in history, you know what they did? They came and burnt us out and tried to kill everybody. So that's why you have to think of it from a different way. There's a thing in us that we're just a loving people. It just is there. But there is a part of us that also there is an animal in every person. You need to tap into that. If someone comes and tries to kill you, my friend, my wife, my son, someone, I have to flip that switch and decide, listen, I'm going to kill every motherfucking thing here that I can. And I'm talking like this because I feel this. This is not something, I'm always angry. I'm like the Hulk. I just am. That's why I always seem so grumpy. But when it comes to this type of thing like this, that's the way that I feel. I feel that you have to tear shit up because if not,
Tangerine, what's up?
They don't think that your blood is valuable, and that's why they'll just keep doing whatever it is that they do.
But I agree with you, Zach, but I'm taking it one step further. I agree with everything you just said, but I'm taking it one step further. The black community is waking up, or you guys already been woken up, but you're being more vocal about your gun rights. You're coming on YouTube, you're making videos, you're being yourself seen. That scares the establishment of government because you're a huge voting bloc and you're not going to vote the way they want you to vote anymore. I fully believe, and somebody can say I'm wearing a tinfoil hat. I fully believe the government knew what this guy was going to do. They ramped him up, and they let him do what he's going to do. So he would scare the black community, and you guys would say, "Please protect us, government. Please help us. Please, we'll give our guns back to you. Protect us." And that's what it's all about. And people can say I'm wearing a tinfoil hat, that I'm a conspiracy. But I'm here to tell you, the government, I love my country, but the government could be the most evil thing that walked this planet. And they have an agenda. If you go against their agenda, they're going to do what they have to do to get their agenda back.
Well, I hate my government. I mean, there's no two ways of saying I hate my government. It's the American people. I have a problem with.
Hey, let me cut you off, brother, and let Zodi speak a little bit, man. We got people up here that have a chance to say a word. And
I can jump out.
Okay. I just want to let everybody get a chance to speak.
Exactly.
Zodi, sorry, man. Zach, he get carried away. Take over live.
Nah, I'm still.
You know.
Huh?
Real deal. Get out. You just gonna turn on some Kenny Rogers? Get out. All right, BP, what's going on, man?
What's up?
BP?
What's up, man?
I get it. I got to get some stuff off their chest because
This thing. If you know, I can't blame any emotion, man, because that's tough to see. I don't know who. I don't want you to see it. If you haven't seen it, don't.
Yeah, don't
I want y'all to see it. I'm glad everybody that saw it, and I hope you never forget it, because that's a stress inoculation right there. And every time that you get exposed to a stress inoculation like that, it improves your performance under pressure. So as horrible as it was to see, I hope everybody watches it. I hope it ingrains something into your brain that causes you to move different. And the only way to do that is to see reality. A lot of people said it looks unreal. It's unreal. But truth is, reality is unreal when it's right in front of your face, and facing it for the first time. It gets real. It's going to be real. And you don't want to have to consider seeing something like this. When it's happening to you the first time, you know, it's that shocking that you'll just your brain just doesn't, there's no place. I got back from deployment and I was talking to a doctor and he was telling me, now listen, there's no place in our brain compartmentally for war. We have a place for work. We have a place for family. We have a place for religion. But devastating things like that, we don't have a spot for it. That's why we don't process it well until we start looking at it more or whatever. We won't really have a place for it or a real healthy or good response to it. So I actually think everybody who hasn't seen it should see it so they can see just how easy it is, so they can get the unrealistic ideas out of their mind and start formulating a plan based off of reality. Like something you guys brought up earlier, a pistol versus a rifle. Let's just and body armor or the lack of. In that situation and how we train, how would you approach dealing with casualties, mass casualties, active shooters, if you're unarmed or if you're underarmed? Like if you bring in a knife to a gunfight or a pistol to a rifle fight, that's going to dictate, that's a tactical problem. That's going to dictate everything you do from that point forward. Some cases, if you have the rifle or you have a team, you would move completely different. You might actually engage, suppress, do all kind of things. But if you're undergunned and don't have any firepower, then you would move completely different. Like you would just leave, you would hide, you would do all kinds of different things. So looking at that video, it addresses the reality aspect of what having a tactical and a medical problem looks like. A bunch of people you want to have. Some people are already dead. A few people got face shot, headshot, they're done, they're not breathing, they're not whatever. Some people that are injured but are going to die soon because they're laying on that floor, not getting any help, obviously, because they're getting shot at and everybody's dying around them. It's important that we look at that with our eyes, that we understand that, we put it in our mind's eyes, and then start formulating plans based off of that. I don't want to take too much time, but that's my main thoughts on it. I think everybody needs to get, I'm not just saying that because I do it or I instruct it. Everybody needs to be tactically medically trained because this situation right here that just happened is like 100%, as far as I can see, the job of being a tactical responder, your own first responder. All those people needed to be their own first responders. And we saw what happened because they were not or weren't able to be, or whatever the case may be. They all had a plan. I'm not saying that everybody can be saved. You saw the guidelines we teach just reduces death from 1 in 4 to between 1 and 9 and 10. So that goes to show you that not everybody will make it, but you can change the number from like 10. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be that. It could have been 4. You know what I mean? The first lady was gone off the rip, headshot. If we would have moved accordingly, people could have survived. Absolutely. We all trained about situational awareness. We all train about deploying firearms, but what happens when you get taken by surprise? What happens when you don't have a firearm? What do you do? We don't need to be asking ourselves that when that happens. We need to know it. We need to know it like 1 + 1 = 2. Even ask, you answer the question. You know what I mean? That's what it is. So yeah. I just want to leave that with, I want to encourage everybody to go ahead and get out there, definitely get some training, get their fire, get their ammo, get right.
That watching it, I think I was having a conversation the other day where I said to someone after seeing this, I'm like, these people really didn't have a chance, especially the first young lady. At all. She was just walking into the store, on a regular day. By that time, I imagine you see this first young lady get hit, and then whoever's standing there got to be in the most shock of their life.
Absolutely.
Like, it's shocked and react, run or whatever you got to do, but it's like, whoa, what the hell just happened? Because that's exactly what it looked like. Like, what? And then now you get shot. Then people started reacting. They were trying to run or get out the way, and it was just. And I'm wondering, even being trained up, and not even the first young lady. I'm just wondering what anybody could have done in that particular situation. Like the way it just happened, when I looked at it, just man, I ain't gonna even lie, man. It bothered me to a level that I can't even explain.
Yeah.
Because I've never ever thought to even possibly see something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to say something real quick. North Florida Tactical. You seem to be military, right?
Yeah.
Or ex-military?
Yes.
Okay. This is another thing we need to address in the community. Black military, black law enforcement, past and present, need to start teaching us how to deal with this type of stuff. Because you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Say what you want. The Latinos, the whites, everybody else train their people on how to deal with these situations. We don't. Black military tell us we not shit because we didn't join the military, but they teach us nothing about it. We only see black law enforcement when they pulling us over and busting us in our damn head.
Right.
Other than that,
Can
nobody
I say
teaches
something on
us.
that? Can I say something on that? We,
Yeah, go ahead.
the community, have to also be teachable. I had my own 16-year-old son when this broke come in this room where he knows I have firearms, he knows I train, and tell me nobody needs an AR-15. My son, hears me speak every day on this and said they need to get rid of these firearms. Nobody needs to have it. So we had a conversation on that. So we have, as a community, we have a lot of people who feel that. The media is portraying that. One of the brothers whose mother got shot. Who do they put up there? Not going to put somebody like me on there who says everybody needs an AR-15 in their car, in their trunk. They're going to put him on there saying, damn, we need to get rid of these weapons. My mom got shot. We need to have the president, get these firearms out of these people's hands. That's not the damn answer. We have to be teachable. We have to be out there and pushing these things. One of the things, just a freaking week ago, I changed my firearm from a subcompact to a full-size weapon because I shoot that better. Because I thought, okay, if I'm in a situation where something goes down, I'm going to have this little weapon that I don't shoot as well, minimal capacity, that's only 9mm. So now I'm looking at a 5.7 and a 10mm. So even if I couldn't penetrate that armor, shoot that fool in the crotch, break that pelvic girdle, cause him to hit that ground, so that maybe he may still keep shooting at you, but you give some other people the opportunity to survive. We have to start thinking and training and doing these things, thinking outside the box. One of the things that I also did last week, I joined NAGA. They have a tip of the spear group here where they have brothers and sisters who go out. They are getting their tactical gear together. They're getting tactical training together. So 11 o'clock Saturday morning, I'm getting my happy ass out there, Devon Army up the road, and getting that training in so we can learn how we can be the tip of the spear, so we can have somebody in that damn parking lot or in that damn store who could defend our elders. Those people were my age and older.
Yes.
Not down like that. There was one person who was younger. He knew what he was doing. So we have to protect ourselves. We have to teach. You're right. And this brother up here, right there, he's teaching that thing. I need to take more responsibility and put what I know out there and teach other people. So you're right about that. But we also have to be teachable. Enough of this bullshit that doesn't matter. Enough of this infighting about shit that doesn't matter. We are getting killed. And I swear to you, just something was in the air. And I was thinking to myself, something's getting ready to happen. Something's not right. Something bad's going to happen in our community. And this is going to happen again because we're not prepared. We're soft targets. We're easy targets. We're isolated. We're uneducated as far as protecting ourselves in all aspects, whether it's hand-to-hand, whether it's with firearms, whether it's just other types of security. We're undertrained. So we need to step up.
No.
And
we well trained in hand to hand, as long as it's other black people.
Some of us
if it's other black people, we well trained in hand to hand with other black people.
Hurt people hurt people. So, but we have to understand that the fight is not with and amongst us for the most part. We're being attacked from we know who, from the police, from the institution, from the system, on all levels, not just physically with a gun, but in the healthcare system, in our financial system. We're under attack 24/7, 365. Like you said earlier, I'm a 60-year-old friggin' man. And when I go in CVS or Walgreens, I'm getting followed around the damn store. I got make more money than anybody in that damn store, probably everybody combined. And they're walking around like I'm going to steal something. I'm like, really? So we have to understand where we are and prepare accordingly. We have to do that because nobody's going to come and help us. Nobody's going to come and save us.
Right.
We have to be our own self-protection in our families, in our friends, in our communities. We have to do that. Otherwise, we're done. We're done.
You know what? I want to say one more thing and then I'm going to jump off here because I got a couple things I got to do at this place. I want to leave everybody with an analogy of why we need to be heavily armed like everybody else. If you recall, for whatever you think about politics, Gaddafi gave up his weapons of mass destruction and look what happened to him. The fight was uneven. There's a reason Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong-un, Xi Jinping, or whatever his name is in China, and the rest of these people don't give this stuff up because they want a fight that's even. At the end of the day, the thing of having these high-powered weapons is they're already out there. We need to have them too. As you said, fat guy, we need to stockpile our ammo, and we need to stockpile and have a fair fight because at the end of the day, it's there. And
why is Ukraine being attacked? Because they gave up their nuclear weapons. They gave up the one trump card they had. We're gonna trust that NATO to come in,
force equalizer.
Yep. They gave up their force equalizer, right?
Thank you. Done. Game over.
Well, y'all be safe out there. Y'all stay armed.
You too,
y'all stay on high alert.
Yes,
I'm glad I was able to catch y'all. Man, talk to y'all children. Talk to y'all wives, because I know a lot of our wives are not on board with this. But none of us want to be burying family members from this kind of crap. And the only way to stop the next mass shooting is for them to know everybody heavily armed, and we will send their ass to Funky Town. Y'all have a good one.
Jimmy Walker.
Jimmy Walker, good man.
What's good, everybody?
What's good?
Roadblock, what up?
RGG, Fat Guy, Zach, from North Florida Tactical, BP, my brother, SD Marine. How y'all doing, man?
What's up, SD Marine?
I watched it. I watched the video.
I watched the video.
My boy sent me the video. I watched it 3 times. I wanted to, and it wasn't like it was some morbid, like, oh, I got to watch it. No, it was from a tactical standpoint. Like, because I feel like every instructor, anybody that has guns or carries every day, you should watch it so you could see, like, your reaction time. How is your reaction time from when those first shots rang out? Where are you at in the store? They had an interview today where a father and his 8-year-old daughter hid in the cooler.
Yeah, that's all.
When they heard the shots, like that was their, like, because I won't begrudge anybody to either fight or flight. Like, I won't begrudge you if you feel like you got to save you or you got an 8-year-old girl with you, you got your daughter with you. Like, will it be your best option to fight, or will it be your best option to get somewhere safe, hold her down?
That was the move. That was to hide.
That's the move. That's the move. That's the move to hide. So a couple things when he first, so you can hear him talking to himself while he's driving. He started to the back of the parking lot. He circled, and then he came up, and then he parked right in front, and then he said something to himself, and then he jumped out.
You're like, let's go.
When he jumped out, it was immediate, bang bang, and then he came right over to the 2 people that were standing by the door, the double doors, and then he walked in. Now they said the day before that he had already canvassed the spot. He already canvassed the spot. So you got a security guard in there with probably a 9, probably a 40. He was ex-cop. He shot one time. He got one shot off. So everybody that now, everybody I've been hearing people saying this for since it happened. Shoot him in the head, shoot him in the dick, shoot him in the groin, shoot him in. Now your first shot, because you don't know he got on body armor, your first shot gonna be center mass.
Yep.
Your first shot gonna be center mass. So after that first shot, his is not going to register because it takes 0.05 seconds for your eyes to see something to compute to your brain. For that, it takes another 0.5 seconds for that to compute to your hands to make you react or do something. So now you got a situation where you sitting there like, I shot him in the chest and he ain't go down. Oh shit, he got on body armor. Oh shit, I gotta shoot him somewhere else. Where I'm gonna shoot him? Am I gonna shoot him in the head? Am I gonna shoot him in the dick? It's gonna be a reactionary thing, and your mind is trying to compute all of this stuff at the same time while he's still shooting at you. So now what do we do? I just wanted to touch on that because I don't have the solution. I'm not saying I got the solution because I don't.
My
But I will say this.
Roblox, should we always assume people have body armor nowadays?
I think we should. Especially in a mass shooting situation, because if you think about it, he had a helmet, he had on body armor.
Exactly.
Yep.
So
he had on a whole lot of stuff. Now, I will say this, and we're going to get over to the two-way stuff, and then I'll let everybody talk. The governor of New York right now, because the Supreme Court is about to rule on their may issue status or whatever. So she said today that they're going to do everything in their power to combat people being able to carry in New York. That's the worst thing you could do. They went total opposite of what you should do. So they're trying to put more restrictions on carrying a firearm. So my thing is, we like the folks in New York. Zach, you from there? There's a lot of cats in the chat that's from there. They're against the 8-ball, and Buffalo is 4 hours from my house. They are against the 8-ball right now because the government in New York are anti 2A. Period. So you got to take your life into your own hands, because I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6, for sure.
SD Marine, nice to meet you, man.
Good evening, all. Zach, RGG, Zodi, Roblox, BP. First, I would like to touch on what BP stated earlier, and Zodi Simplify. He's starting to carry a full-size weapon. I've never carried anything compact because I do believe ammo gives you options. And at any point in time, it's not what just one magazine. And as an LEO here, I've got at least 3 magazines. So, because at that point in time, I'm concerned with those around me and myself and my family. So at that point in time, whenever we go out, my wife just came downstairs, and I tell her the same thing. You always have to have in your mind something, or thinking, what if this or what if that? You have to formulate that plan first.
Yep.
And after that, after you've come to terms with that plan, and that plan is now formulated, now that you're prepared to act on that plan, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the video, which was very, very disturbing. What James Walker said earlier, I help out a friend of mine, and I do talk to our community, Black community, and let them know this firearms thing. It's okay, and I encourage it. But what I really encourage is that go get training somewhere. Go seek training. Learn how to be proficient with that firearm. Learn how to be proficient with changing a magazine. Hey, if there's a malfunction, how to handle that malfunction. Understanding the difference between cover and then concealment.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that.
Tell them the difference. Tell them the difference for people in the chat that don't know.
Okay, concealment is nothing more, and correct me if I'm wrong, Zodi. Concealment is only going to give you, it's going to hide or it's going to hide your position. That's all concealment is good for, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
You got two types of cover. You have soft cover and hard cover. Soft cover is something that I can get behind to get a weapon up and to get it back in battery. Hard cover is something that I know I can stand behind and it's going to sustain me for a while until I can move to a different position and take a different position on wherever my engagement is coming from or my threat is coming from to re-engage that threat from a different position. Uh, and that's military tactics 101. You want to make yourself seem, or you want to make it seem like you have more than just one by moving positions. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Sir.
Yeah. Yeah. But especially in our community, and again, I speak and I speak and I preach and I preach, or I try to anyways. I'm cool and I'm good. Go get your CWP. Carry it. Um, you know what? You all had I run with guns on there. Watch his channel. Um, get in the garage. Take the ammo away. Get in the garage. If you're carrying appendix carry, practice that. Dump all the ammo out. Move somewhere to where there's no ammo, and practice drawing that weapon from wherever it is. Practice that. That's all it is. That's training. That's free. You don't have to go pay for anything. Dry fire. That's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Learning the fundamentals. Three fundamentals. Lining up the sights, pressing trigger to the rear, and a grip. Zach, you know that because you shoot cop.
Mm-hmm.
It's fundamentals. Everything else to me is icing on the cake. And then moving from position to position and knowing that I have to or I can shoot from different positions. It's not a square range anymore. This is like 3D, 360 degrees. I'm not getting a proper shooting position. I'm taking the position that I have. As long as the sights are lined up, my grip is good. All I got to do now is press trigger to the rear and be prepared mentally to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Are you mentally prepared to do this? And if the
Right.
answer is no, then don't carry a firearm
There you go.
because you've taken on that responsibility.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion, of
No,
course.
you're right, man.
Great opinion. For sure.
Yep.
100%.
This is
Training,
deep,
training,
man.
training.
You know that SD Marine when you saw that video, and as gruesome as it was, from a tactical perspective, I mean, I've been saying like it almost seems like no matter what type of training you had at that point, that's almost something that will teach us to be on high alert. Now, I was just saying I didn't want nobody to see it, but Zodi, you kind of gave me a different insight on that because I think you might be right. People may need to see it because
Need to see it.
even now when I went, just ran to the store today, I was going to Staples and man, I'm just so paranoid.
There were so many lessons. I'm sorry, RGG. There were so many lessons to be learned from that. And I'm with Zodi. As horrible as that video is, if yes, watch it because that happened just that quick, just that quick.
Yeah.
Was there anything that young lady could have done initially? No. But if I'm in that grocery store and I hear those shots going out, it's
Then
one or two things that's going to happen. It's going to be a fight or flight.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm doing what I got to do, and I'm going to find work.
Did y'all peep how fast he changed mags?
Mm-hmm.
He's been training.
That he had training. He had
You could
training.
tell. Just from his gear set, everything he did, you could tell he had boom, boom, boom. He's been trained
18 years old. 18
Where did he
years
get all
old.
that from? Nobody knew that was going to happen. Come on, man.
I think there's something that could have been done. I know a lot of most of the time when I looked at the video initially, a lot of people probably came to that conclusion. What do you do in that situation? You know what I mean? Like he was fast, he was in, he was out. He was engaged quickly. But I would say that there's something that I would do definitively just because of training, and I consider myself having the highest chance of surviving that situation. Nothing's guaranteed, but the highest chance. I would consider my priorities in a tactical casualty care situation. The medical rescuer, number one, and you formulate your plan off of this. Number one, the medical rescuer and the team shouldn't get hurt. So before you begin thinking about what you're going to do in any of this, just know the first thing, the most important thing is to keep yourself safe. That means cover, concealment, hiding, denying access, or leaving altogether. Imagine you're in a burning building right now, right? What do you want to do inside of a burning building?
Nothing.
Get the hell out.
Make it
Nothing.
out.
You want to
Get the hell out.
burning building. Think of a care under fire situation like that. There's not too much that you want to do other than leave or grab your fire extinguisher and eliminate the threat. Your pistol, your firearm is your fire extinguisher. If you don't have one, you can't put out the burning building. So the only good option to do right there is leave, get somewhere safe, get you somewhere safe. And then if once you can guarantee you can get yourself safe and your team, your family safe, then basically it's already bad enough that we have wounded individuals, people getting shot over the place. We don't, in a high risk environment, we don't want to generate more wounded dealing with the wounded we already have or sticking around to seeing what's going on. All you're doing, you're not helping being another person to shoot at in an active shooter event. You're not very much. You're actually making it worse because now you're more people that EMS, someone who's there that's there to respond and help out. Now you've actually created more work for anybody that's came to help or for anybody that could help. Not everybody died instantaneously, by the way.
Exactly.
So what happened to those people that didn't die instantaneously? They died a little bit later, whether it was 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 15 minutes. So for those people, I would say, what could have been done for those people that didn't die instantly? Well, everybody that was in that store should have been able to observe, and I hope everybody does from now on. When you go into any building, make sure you observe 2 exits out, because obviously if someone's coming in, you want to be able to get out the exact opposite way. You guys said earlier, the brother said hiding in the freezer or whatever. That's almost as good as it can get, sort of going out the back or a window and leaving across the street, which is what I would personally, with no firearm, nothing like that, I would recommend you direct yourself and everybody you can in that direction. If you can't, hide in the freezer, barricade, lock the doors, deal with the people, the casualties that are still alive, if there are any still alive. At some point in time, he had to stop his shooting spree, which means that at that point in time, casualties could have been dealt with. You get what I'm saying? Now you're in a phase of care. You're no longer in care under fire. You're not in that burning building. You're in tactical field care. There could be some subsequent bombings. There could be a second shooter. It could be a squad attack. But as of right now, you're not actively getting shot at. Now we have time. We have a certain amount of time to perform certain interventions. If anybody's bleeding externally from extremity hemorrhage, you can whip out your tourniquets now and start applying it and hopefully save somebody that's laying there on the floor. If you need to get some junctional areas of bleeding, you can pack a wound and bandage. Any of the airway management, all these things, simply wrapping them in a blanket and controlling their hypothermia. Because when you start to bleed out, you'll die from hypothermia, from being cold. You could save a person's life simply from running over there and wrapping them up in a blanket and a jacket. You've increased their chance of survival. When you arrive at the hospital hypothermic, below 95 degrees, 89 to 92 degrees, your chance of dying, and that's with no other changes in injuries, just coming in cold, your death rate goes up double, another 50%. That's a crazy number, right? So if I get shot in my arm and you get shot in your arm and I arrive cold and you arrive warm, I have a 50% higher chance of dying than you just because someone wrapped a blanket on you or a jacket and didn't do it for me. That's just one thing that I'm saying there. But we need to have a plan. We need to handle it in order. You know what I mean? We don't want to get ourselves hurt. We don't want anybody with us to get hurt. If honestly, if there, we want to prevent any further injuries from anybody that got hurt. But let's be honest, if there's going to be two shootings, I'd rather them be in the same person. To be honest with you, that person is already shot. They're already in whatever state they're in. Maybe they're past 10, maybe they can't move. They're out the fight. They can't help you with anything. It's not going to help to run out there, panic, try to help save lives at that point in time. You'd be better off leaving, waiting for that threat to be neutralized and running back, taking care of the people in your community that will die from that time that the shooting stopped to the time they arrived at the hospital. That gap of time, you can do something about that. But if we're not trained to respond correctly, both tactically and medically, we'll make big mistakes either on the medical side or the tactical side. We don't want to make tactical mistakes because that's going to generate more deaths. And we don't want to make medical misadventures because that's going to also be preventable deaths, you know? So after taking care of our priorities was keeping ourselves safe, denying them access, hiding, running, getting up out of there. We want to take care of all the life-threatening, hemorrhaging, and all the other things that we can take care of. But I just want to leave that with that. Don't be too enthusiastic about helping people initially. The first answer I want to put in everybody's mind of what you do in an active shooter situation, guidelines. Now, this isn't strictly, every situation is different, but for the most part, it's going to be run and get yourself some cover in every situation. You hear gunshots going off, you're not sure what's happening. Run, don't sit there and try to look at, because you saw what happened to the people, how fast he was in there. If you would have tried to sit there and say, who's that shooting out there? What's that? While you were standing in line, you would have been looking up, asking that question, and next thing you know, he would have been right up over you. You know what I mean? We have to react instantly, making it our first instinct to honestly go get cover, even if it looks weird to people out in the whatever. Boom, something, situational awareness pops up, run to cover every time, even if it's a false alarm. Good cover, not concealment. Like you were saying earlier, the difference is concealment will hide you from view. The shooter can't see me, like a hollow core door in an apartment. If I knock on your apartment door, that conceals you from view of me, but I can still pump rounds through it and still kill you. A steel door or something heavy, concrete, barricades and stuff like that, steel core door, that's cover. That'll stop actual rounds. And the reason why that's important is because you can do more with that. You can treat casualties from cover. I said I don't want to do any care under fire if I don't have to, unless I think they're going to bleed out real quick. I'll throw on a tourniquet. But short of that, I'm not trying to do much care. But if we can find some cover, or some real cover, we can set up some sort of security, somebody watching out, even if it's, hey, you hold this knife. If they come around the corner, stab him in his neck. I'm going to focus down on this guy that will survive if I can take care of him right now, or he's going to be dead in 3 or 4 minutes if we get to him. So we need to understand where tactically, where that puts us in our ability to save our own selves, to be able to help after the fact of somebody getting hurt. We can't control people coming in trying to strike at us. We can only respond the best way that we can to reduce death and increase survivability.
I like one thing you just said there that a lot of people miss. Say there were other people in there who were armed. Say Zach and I are both in there, and we get to a situation to where we can get some cover. You know, I don't want to, and there's somebody injured there. I don't want to be in a heads down position. You know, while I'm taking care of somebody, like you said, nobody on overall. So I'm going to say, hey, I got mine, you got yours. Okay, you good. I'm going to go down here. Zach, cover me. You know, so we got to start learning how to vocalize and evaluate situations on the fly and think about those situations. How are we going to handle them tactically? And you skipped over it. That's an important thing. People have to. If we're all in a situation where we're all threatened, our chances of survival go up if we work together. If we look out for each
Yes.
other.
Yep.
So my job, we have this thing where if something happens, like they tell us in the handbook, they tell us in these videos that we see every year in training, if something goes down, just don't. If a coworker goes down, gets trapped by a machine or something like that, just don't run in there and be like, "I'm gonna save you." Like,
Superman,
no,
right?
assess the situation. You know, make sure it's safe for you to enter into that.
Yeah.
Because the worst thing you can do is you rush in there and you put yourself in danger, and then ain't nobody getting help.
Yeah.
So, and then another thing, like cover may not be there. It may be you may have to fight. It may be like I may not be able like that. Okay, so me and my wife ex-military, she MP in the army. Like we literally scan everywhere we go.
Medium pizza.
We scan everywhere we go. Hey, Carver.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Hey, I
So,
got some people. I got some people backstage too that's trying to get
Yeah.
in.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and
oh,
drop
okay,
off. I want to thank y'all.
No, go ahead, Robot. You can finish.
Okay.
I'll just try to
okay.
let y'all know.
So,
Thank you, BP.
Yes, sir. Stay
so
ready for me.
we scan everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We scan. We make sure. I never try to go into places that only have one exit, or they got an exit in the back, but it's got boxes and shit. And no, I don't. I normally don't go out to bars. I normally don't go out to bars. I normally don't do that. So I mean, I have to have that exit. I have to have that strategy. But however, in all cases like that, the two people, the second and third people that got shot, there was no cover there. There was nowhere to run. There was, but also they weren't scanning. They weren't scanning because a lot of people go about their day not scanning. They got their head down in the phone. They're looking at something else. They're not here keeping their head on the swivel at all times.
Let me
And
stop you real quick. Hold on.
yes, sir.
Now I understand exactly what you're saying, but I think that probably the mass majority of people are not, I guess, programmed to have
Right,
their head on a swivel all the time, right? Like
right.
you just think about the average everyday citizen
But how many
walking.
mass shooters is this? How many mass shooters is this?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I get what you're saying. You're not
Yeah,
wrong.
we should. We
It's
should
just
at
like
least.
it's like the one young lady who was a cashier at the time. I watched her interview. She said she heard shots outside. The first thing she did was run straight out the store. She ran through the back and got out of the store.
She knew what it was.
That was the first thing she did. She said all she did was hear. She didn't even hear shots on the inside yet. She heard the shots outside, saw that there was a commotion, and took out. Got out of the store.
She did the right thing. That was the best response. Really, she did the right thing. So that goes to show you that there is something you can do. Really, she spared her own life following a basic principle. Before you do any response, make sure that you're safe. And she made herself safe. She went back. She went all the way back the opposite direction of where the gunfire was. She knew you can't, unless it was a coordinated attack where they had the back cordon off and, et cetera, et cetera. She was good going out a back or something. Walmart's got all those back and side doors that go, when you go out the back of them, plenty of exits. Any one of those, all of those people could have ran out that back. She reacted, she responded in the most optimal way for that situation. The ones who did not survive. The ones who did survive. That's why understanding completely tactically that sometimes not fighting and engaging is tactically the best thing to do. Sometimes breaking contact is the best thing to do. Especially, I'm not fighting anybody with a rifle, honestly, with a pistol if I have to. I remember I was just corpsman. Marines taught me because I had a pistol. They said, Doc, you ever have to use that pistol, you might as well, you're using it on yourself. I said, what does that mean? They're like, you're around tanks, riflemen,
Marines, all these people, if you're in a situation where you have to resort to this little means of firepower versus whatever, you're probably in a bad spot and it's not going to work out for you. You know what I mean? I would still leave, even give or take, scenarios are different, but it's best to just leave, get out of there, come back. You don't have to go far. Perhaps you just need to move 6 or 8 feet around the corner, around the building, and wait. You don't necessarily have to go home. You can still respond to a situation, but get yourself safe. If that lady who was a cash register was some sort of tactical responder, had her med bag, she would have been able to wait around back and then come out back through the back once it was all secure and start working on saving the people in her community. And she would have been the best person to do it because she would have, one, not got herself hurt, so she wouldn't have been injured. She would have been able to do it. She wouldn't have been incapacitated. She's the closest person to the scene, so she knows what's going on the most and has the greatest capacity to affect the outcome, the person there. But first, you got to be alive to do it. So you have to know in your head what your plan is every time. Don't freeze. If something happens, 100% of the time, I'm getting myself safe first. I'm not thinking about nobody else. And the reason is because I love everybody else. I want to be alive to be able to help you when I figure this out. I need to get cover and do my remote assessment. Like, what's going on here? Okay, I got cover. I'm that lady. I'm in the back now. I went out the back. I can listen and say, okay, there's firing going on. I hear, oh wait, potentially I can see through a window. Oh, he's got body armor. What do I have? Okay, I have a pistol. Maybe I should engage this way. Maybe I should back up. You know what I mean? But you need to give yourself time to make that assessment. And as you got everybody said, how do you do that so quickly? You can't really, I mean, you train to, but the best bet is to put yourself in position to give yourself time to think. If you run away, you have time to think. You know what I mean? If you're already gone, you can figure out what to do. If you're behind cover and the bullets that were pinging over your head and hitting walls and stuff are no longer pinging over your head, it's much easier to think when you got cover and you can start doing your assessments. So traveling, I'm sorry, I went on my tangent anyway. I just heard some other stuff.
You definitely did. I ain't gonna lie to you. You definitely got it off your chest that time. That was good information though, man.
Just to piggyback off of what North Florida said, what part of it, if you're not gonna engage like that young lady ran to the back of the store, listen. Try to observe as much information as you can. So when you dial 911, I'm pretty sure TK is going to agree with me on this. You can give accurate information. You can tell them how many shooters is there. If you can identify the weapon, also have that. If you can get some video footage and shoot it over there, whatever you can do, all while concealing yourself because you're not engaging, that's what you need to do. Because at the back end, that's going to be very helpful in case that individual did get away, to identify who that is. There's so many parts to an active shooter. Taking a class is a great way to understand how to move if something happens like that. You might be afraid at first because it's a shock, but it'll kick in. And if all of it doesn't kick in, some of it is going to stay with you, and that's what you're going to focus on. Somebody asks, how many guns do you carry? I guess as much as you feel that you need to carry, depending on your location, depending on the atmosphere around your environment. You have to assess that. Everything is always going to be what your environment is producing. What is it like over there? If you're in the suburbs, might be different from when you're living in the city. Take the classes. We've been telling you guys this. Not that I'm coming at anybody, but I'm telling you, TK sits in the link. She's a 911, so she'll probably have really good information to share with everybody. Take the class, get yourself together. We said body armor. We said get your firearms. When we're on here with single moms, putting firearms in their hands, getting them training, the whole kit and caboodle, it's a reason for that. You can't fight if you're not in the game to fight. You don't have the equipment to fight or save your life. Tourniquets, IFAC kit, stop the bleed. These are things that we've been preaching. I hope that this has scared you enough that you become more aware of your surroundings. If your husband says that he wants to go with you, let him go. Four eyes are better than two. A lot of us are females. You might come against 4 or 5 males. If you're skilled, you might be able to take two, maybe, right? You still need backup. Don't take it personal because right now your life is personal to some of these people to end it and take you off the face of the earth, not knowing anything about you just because of the way you look or the color of your skin. You have to make sure that you are ready for it.
Zodi said something too about if you feel something, trust that. Even if it makes me look funny, if that means you gotta go, you just gotta. I don't care what it is. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to the opposite way of where I
And when that
was and just leave. Just do, even if
in
you
that situation, the only one that's gonna know you were wrong about it is you.
right.
But let
So
me kind of piggyback off of what Zach said, because everything everybody said tonight is 100% true. But we can't overlook the fact that it was glaring holes. This could have been avoided altogether had one individual just paid attention. The guy the day before when he was casing it out. You got to pay attention to what don't look right in your environment.
Mm-hmm.
And I know people don't like to be like that, but let's be real. You in an all black neighborhood, and this white guy come up saying he's camping out here. You know, a lot of these things that was said during that course didn't make sense of a conversation that the guy had the day prior.
Right.
And that's what I get on people about, because like you said, like I said, everything y'all said is 100% true. But a lot of these attacks, most of the time, they scouted out a day, 2 days prior. And those are the times that people don't catch it. If it don't look right in your neighborhood, hey man, don't be scared to call it out.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? We get into that. Well, I don't want to seem like I'm racist. That's not racist. Everybody do that.
Well, the
If I'm in
toughest thing
if I'm in the Asian neighborhood, they gonna call the police. I'm not mad at them, because you don't know what everybody's intentions are. You know what don't do and don't be in your neighborhood. So just be cognizant of that, and be cognizant of what's around you and what's going on around you. The climate of the world today states you need to be on high alert anyway. And if you catch these things early, you probably you probably could have prevented something like this from happening.
All profiling is not bad. We need to understand that.
Yes.
Now, Morello, two things I want to say. I'm gonna get on to hot tub Tommy, but sometimes if you can't find cover, hiding is just as good. I call it just securing the situation. Conceal yourself, cover yourself, figure what's going on, then decide what you're going to do. Whether you're going to be cowboy or you're going to be runner. You seen both. Figure that
Now
part out. Secure
here's
yourself.
the thing is what I was saying. Now, if by all means, if you're unarmed and that situation is there, by all means, you find exit points. You find points to beat feet, get out of dodge. I'm good with that.
Armed or
But
unarmed.
unarmed, unarmed, I'm good. Either way, it's a choice. You follow what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
like Q said, um, with active shooter training, 9 times out of 10, the shooter does not want to engage or be engaged by another shooter. So
Mhm.
if that attention is brought on me, I'm giving people an opportunity to get out of dodge. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Now's
being
a too great.
sacrificed.
Yeah,
But
by
here's
no
the
means
part
do I
of it.
want to be the sacrifice, but I'm giving those an opportunity to get out of dodge while attention is brought on me. Does that
So
make sense?
here's the
I,
funny
I
part,
answer
the
with,
hard part and that's only gonna come if you're a certain type of person, because what you're saying and what Hot Tub's saying contradicts what Zodi's saying.
no,
And
he's
No.
not that any of it's wrong or any of it's right, but some people need to fly the fucking coop. Homeboy that was there a day earlier, he flew the coop,
yeah.
and he's
I think
alive
he's saying.
today.
I think he's saying. First of all, hey everybody, hey Carbon,
Yo,
hey
Bring
everybody.
on that.
Yeah,
What up, Frank?
RGB, what's going on? Zach, what's going on? First of all,
So
yeah,
I'm gonna jump off so TK can get in. And
I'll
okay.
jump off. I'll jump off. I'll jump off.
TK
It
didn't
was
want
nice
to
meeting
link.
everybody.
Hey,
Yes,
SB Marine, appreciate you, man.
Good, bro.
Yeah,
Nice
As
to meet
we
you, brother.
always, brother.
Yeah, but I think he's saying if you make that decision to engage, what you're doing is giving people an opportunity to get away, or you know what I'm saying. I don't think he's trying to contradict what he's saying. I think he's just saying, hey, you got your pistol, you make that you create that opportunity for to save lives, then that's your decision to make. But that's what you're going to do if you do decide to make that decision. I totally agree with everybody saying. Like, I know a lot of people think, it's wild, wild west. I got the wild, wild west mentality, but if you can get up out of there, get up out of there. The worst thing you want to do is engage. You do not want to engage. You want to find an exit plan. I teach my children, like, even with our emergency plan is not built around an offense. It's built around a defense. Get to the safe room, barricade yourself, wait for the safe word. Do not go looking for danger. Do not go trying to engage. Get your sister there. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of this is to get away from danger. So I absolutely agree with him. Now, as far as engaging, I'm the person that they laugh at when a car pull up too fast and my pistol's already on target. Oh, you crazy, you shell shocked, or you wild, or you something wrong with you. But this is the exact same reason why. Um, it's not because I don't think I like, maybe if I was person number one, it'd have got me, but person number two, no, my pistol would have been on target because of how my mentality is. Not saying that I would have, beat them in a gunfight. What I'm saying is, if I was person number two, my pistol would have been on target. That's all I'm saying. And it's because of that mentality. It's because I pay attention. And my wife's the same way now. My wife will pull her pistol quicker than I will now, and have it at what they call low ready. I'm not sure. I'm not military trained, but whatever is down and ready to go, low ready or whatever that is, she'll have it there. And the last thing, RGT, I told you I was going to tell you a story. Like, one of the things we do to test our children's awareness is every now and then we'll leave the house and leave them here, and we'll have somebody come around to the window and bang on the window just to check their reaction time. We'll watch the cameras and watch what they do and how quickly they react, and then I'll give them critical feedback on it. Hey, he had to beat on the window twice for you to move this time. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things I do now. I mean, y'all can try it. I don't know if y'all kids, are trained or whatever, but that's one of the things that we do to get ready for reaction time.
Friend, it's
Yo.
free. It's free. Do that shit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Can I lead into something real quick? And I know I'm glad that our advocate is right under here, friend.
Yo.
Get your family trained up. I know it's a lot of friends, a lot of family that we are around, and we got guns and closets and lockers full.
You talking about the whole family? Yes.
Get the family trained up, man. Because if I'm in that store, usually when I go out, it's with my wife. I can rely on her, and I can rely on my son to be able to pick that up and get to safety or defend me if I'm hurt. And it's so difficult because we be on here sending in our dope ass Cerakote job guns and our automatic this, that, and other thing, and our wife won't touch them, and our kids are not allowed to see them. It'd be tough, y'all. Just like, if you're gonna have them in the house, I know it's not easy for all of us, but man, discuss that every now and again. Show them certain conversations. Show them certain events that are going on. Say,
Put
hey,
it in their hand. Put it in their hand.
You never know,
Hold
man.
this. Show me you can rack this. I need to know if you can rack it or not. I need to know what you can rack. I need to know what to have here available for you. Show me you can rack this. Show me you can handle this. My son don't even deal with the 22 AR no more because he's moved on to the 5.56. Now he can handle that now. You know what I'm saying?
At 12 years old.
At 12 years old. Yep. He's no longer dealing with the 22 anymore. Yep.
I wanted to address this comment. Nobody in New York can carry, and we need help changing these laws. If you get caught carrying, it's a mandatory sentence. So I was just going to say that while Prim was talking. It sounds great when you're in Georgia, Florida, Ohio, Arizona. When you're in New York, you at an instant disadvantage.
It's easier to move from New York than to get a license.
It is. Move.
Permit.
A lot of my folks moved because of the gun laws. They moved. They got them up there. Move. We ain't got nobody to tax to pay them
That's
taxes.
easier said than done, man. I'm trying to move out of Chicago. You gonna help me?
Hey, it's 4 examples on this screen right now that moved from New York and are gun owners.
Wow.
4 examples in front of your
face. How many
face.
people are in New York?
But how much more effective would y'all have been if you stayed and tried to get those laws changed?
Try ain't success.
You going against a different kind of monster up there, kid. Like those people, they have generation. They've been controlling that city from generation to generation to generation. Like it's deeper than just getting out there and marching and protesting. Like you talking about families with they got blood bonds of how they gonna have each other back no matter how bad it get. You know what I'm saying? So you talk about getting up there and trying to move and change laws and mess with people money and tax, man, it's tough. And RGG, to answer your question, if you call me tomorrow and say I need to get out of Chicago, I got a room for you right now, bro. So yeah, I absolutely help you.
Yeah, answer your phone tomorrow, G.
The thing about that with New York, because it starts to make you think. Now, I would never tell anybody to break the law.
Yeah.
But I would tell you to do what the hell is necessary to effectively protect your family. Because it's not about any law that any man made. It is your God-given right to protect yourself and your family.
What's the title of this video?
If you want to take that chance, you do what it is that you got to do. But don't just be somewhere. Because my thing is, I started carrying guns in different places I wasn't supposed to because my thought in my mind was, if I'm just sitting here and all I got is a pen and somebody starts shooting, I'm gonna leave this world mad as hell if he come and kill me that I wasn't even able to try to do anything.
Knowing you got
right. It is your God-given right to protect yourself and your family and your loved ones and whoever else you deem that you can. So I would never tell anybody to break the law. But I would never tell anybody to be a sitting duck either and just let somebody come and kill you.
Zach, what's the name of this video? What's the name of this video, this particular video live?
Get home by any means
necessary. I say it all day in my classes. Get home. My number one rule is to get home.
I manage about 80 drivers. And I'm glad I ain't got on a company shirt today. I manage about 80 drivers. And they always ask me, can they carry their gun? And I always tell them company policy says A, B, and C, D, E, F, G. But then I tell them, hey, but at the end of the day, sir, you got to get home to your family. I can't tell you what to do. Like, I can't tell you, especially you out here on these roads, you out here late, going into these weird remote places. We going to the places where they fly the Confederate flag on the front porch, or they'll put their foot behind the door because they don't want you there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so absolutely, I will never tell you not to get home safe, if you get what I'm saying.
Did anybody up here read his manifesto? Did anybody read it?
Oh yes.
This motherfucker, he's getting number one, he went out to soft targets. We all know that. Women and children are always
that was weak already.
But hey, what Frederick Jones said, he said that he just purchased his second AR-15. Like, yeah, you can buy an AR-15, but however, in New York is a May issue state. So you have to literally give them a reason why you need to carry. You have to go above and beyond to prove to the state, to the sheriffs, that you need to carry a firearm. The buying AR-15, yeah, you can buy an AR-15. It has a 10-round magazine limit, whatever it is. But to actually carry a firearm on your person, you have it. Like I said, it's a May issue state, meaning they don't have to give you anything.
I mean, but at the end of the day, what's stopping somebody from Georgia driving to any other place and causing and wreaking havoc? It don't even matter what state you're in.
It don't stop it. It don't stop nothing because New York, the governor of New York, that the Democratic legislature in New York are so against 2A carrying. They're trying everything in their power to come up with new laws. So you against the A-ball right now. So you literally just got to be like, so everybody is literally in New York used to these laws. So everybody's become complacent. Like, this is just what it is.
In New York City, what you saying, man? So are there parts of New York where you can carry? Or is it
Yeah, they say every outside of the actual New York City is normal.
You can carry in any part of New York.
Except New York City.
You can carry in New York City. It just takes a lot more convincing for you to get permits and licenses to carry at all.
It's damn near impossible.
Damn near impossible.
So what somebody told me, and I could be wrong, maybe somebody in the chat can help me, but I heard inside New York City, you can't.
Thank you for posting that, Carbon.
Yeah,
Thank you for posting that.
New York City is different. On the outside of New York City, it's just like any other state, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
No, not at all.
Okay. I do recall.
You was really wrong on that one, boy. Everybody.
Okay. I recall driving through New York one time, and I was, country boy, don't know no better, and I had big old pistol on me, and everybody looking at me like I just robbed a bank, and I'm like, what's going on? And they was like, do you know where you at? And I'm like, naive, don't know. I'm just so used to carrying my pistol. They was like, nah, what's up? They was like, boy, if you don't get up out of here, like my cousin had to call me and get me up out of there because I just didn't know. I just didn't know.
Yeah, it's just
you gotta know.
inside the city. When I say city, I mean inside the 5 boroughs. There is a different. There it's damn near impossible. Outside of the city, it's harder. It's harder to do it. But within the city and within the 5 boroughs, well, you got to know some. You need to know a politician. You need to know a police officer.
I think that's what I heard.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing, Zach. You got to know the sheriff.
Right.
Like if you stay in a 2A county where a sheriff that's pro 2A, then you can probably get yourself.
You know what the thing is? In New York, it often doesn't even matter. It's because there is no pro 2A area in New York. It's just whatever your specification for the need is what's going to get you that, and it's still going to take you 2, 3, 4 years.
And if I'm not mistaken, the security guard did engage him, right?
He was an ex-cop.
He got defeated because he was a retired cop. Yeah, he just got defeated. He was defeated because he was a pistol against a rifle.
No, he shot the body armor. He had that body armor.
Yeah, I mean,
he put rounds on target. It's just it hit the body armor and it didn't do anything.
Let's be about getting hit with a pistol round, regardless, that doesn't necessarily that's gonna take somebody out.
Right.
And
did y'all see that video of the crazed? It was the cops. It was in the middle of the street. They shot that white dude. They shot him like 9 times in the chest.
And he kept walking.
And he kept walking towards the officer. Like every like you could see when he got hit, like you could see his chest cave in, but he had this crazy look in his eyes.
Talking.
And he kept talking. Yep.
I remember that.
The body is a series of switches. If you don't hit the right switch to cut it off, it'll keep going for quite some time.
I'll tell you exactly what those switches are. The truth is, and this is the real truth, the God honest truth, there's only one way to guarantee you're incapacitating somebody. There's 2 incapacitations. There's physical incapacitation, you physically are just incapacitated. And then there's the study that's done on the psychological incapacitation. When you see from the movies, a lot of people, they get shot, they fall down on the ground. They're not really incapacitated. They just think mentally that that's what you're supposed to do when you get shot. The people who don't respond that way, that don't just respond like the movies, you hit them a bunch of times, you're not stopping anything. As a matter of fact, unless you put a bullet between both sides of the brain, it has to go to this side, to that side. That's the only one way. That's the only guarantee physical incapacitation. If you damage this side of the brain, they can always use the left side. You know what I mean? Side that controls the right arm. So essentially, there's no way to know that you're taking somebody out for unless you hit them in that brain. Otherwise, assume that you're going to be fighting somebody who, if they decide they want to win more than you, they going to take your bullets and beat you still. If they have a combat mindset. Remember when they changed the 9mm to 40, the feds? Because
that big thing happened in Florida when they went after those 2 guys, and that's when they actually switched to 10mm.
10mm.
And those guys were all shot up, and they weren't going down, and they kept fighting.
I like to use that as an example. Even the feds said, "Wow, if I ever get into a fight, I'm gonna channel the fighting spirit of Michael Pratt," which was one of the guys in the bank robber, because they actually were impressed. He had so many rounds in him, but
Like
by the
40
time
something like that.
Yep. And by the time the fight was over, he had fired every weapon he had brought to the fight. He did a mag change, all this, took out officers. His first shot that he got shot him in his radius and the ulna, broke his arm.
He
So
kept
that
going.
means that he was
That's
shooting
wild.
a rifle with a broken arm, which is hard to do anything. Like he couldn't even squeeze with his finger. He had to squeeze with his pinky finger because it was broken in that
Oh
area.
wow.
And he still wanted to fight, and he still killed people afterwards. So not being equipment dependent mindset, it doesn't even matter. And them changing it to the 10 didn't make any sense because at the end of the day, the round that ended that fight was a 38 special, which is less.
Took like 1,000 of them. And it was a headshot, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but that goes to show you that it doesn't matter what round it is. It's the placement. They shot him. They hit him just like he got hit with his body armor. It didn't penetrate, but it did what it was supposed to do. So, but I said all that to say that him engaging somebody with body armor, you got a pistol, they got a rifle, or even if you feel like you can take the shot and get them, know that you might hit them, but you're not guaranteed to.
Not guaranteed.
And that person turn around if they want to fight. If they're not like the movies, like if you shoot me, I'm not like the movies. I'm not just gonna fall down. You're gonna have to actually incapacitate me, or I'm still fighting. If you got somebody like that and they turn around and they're shooting AR rounds and AK rounds,
especially if they like them boys in Miami they had to be on some fresh off that boat over there because boy, hey, was woo, they had to be highly intoxicated, boy, because they was going. My last question is, and this is for everybody on the panel and everybody in the chat. What I mean, based around situational awareness, what is too much? Like I mentioned earlier, like I told you, if a car pull up too fast, my pistol's on target. What is too much? You know what I'm saying? What is too much? Because like you don't want to scare nobody by shoving a pistol down in their face every time they pull up on you. But at the same time, you don't want to be person number two in that video. So what is too much? What is too much? Too aware? I'm asking, just trying to find balance within myself. And like I said, I'm gonna fall back in the chats because I'm gonna read some of the comments too. But what is too much? What is too balanced? I mean, what's a nice balance? If anybody can answer.
The best, but probably the least able is to be in the right place at the right time. Yeah. So if there's places that you are gonna feel uneasy, avoid those. Don't go there.
But they was at the grocery store, so in that case, like at the grocery store.
Some grocery stores.
Well, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. But in those conditions, and like I said, it's probably the least in your ability to be in the right place at the right time or the wrong places at the right time. So live life, but you have to understand that, say if it was a scenario, and I keep running it through my head the way you're saying it, and it was a mistake, and it was a child in that car or anything like that.
So in Ohio, that's considered brandishing, and that's against the law. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So you don't want to cross that line. But at the same time, I'm going home. Charges or not, I'm going home.
I mean, once you do it, you can go home. I mean,
you don't want home.
And you know, a lot of officers say, "I fear for my life." Like, why do y'all feel like we got that same ability to say, "Hey, I was fearing for my life. That's why I did this." Do y'all think we got that same power, that same that same privilege? Y'all think we got that same privilege?
No,
we don't.
So if you look at every
the thing Hot Tub said about profiling and the thing to be prevented, we got, and I don't know how it is down in Georgia, but in New York, we got to be careful with that shit and like everywhere because they'll profile the fuck out of the black man and kill us just for the reason thought he had a gun.
Stop and frisk.
Thought he was gonna do
Yo, but Armel, when I said that, I'm referring to the shooting. The shooter was in a black area. You know damn well in that area on the east side of Buffalo.
You already know that. I'm up already.
White black guy in a white dressed the way guy in a white area. That's me. Open fucking season, and they like that up there.
But they do. Hey man, hey, look here.
Howard
I'm
Beach,
just telling you
crazy.
Shit being real.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
If you in an area where it's not a big population of other ethnicities, I'm gonna say it like that.
You
And
on high alert already.
right, and somebody comes up to you, and I'm referring to the guy that was there the day before that talked to
to
you.
that guy.
For an hour, and you hear the tone of the conversation. You hear what this guy is saying.
He perked like he was a homeless man.
His views were very racist. That should have cut on your antennas right there. Let me call somebody about this.
No, when he talked to the black dude said he posed as a homeless man. And he said that they talked and they had he said they talked for like 45 minutes.
Yes, I saw the interview.
Just about
hour 45.
hour 40 they just talked.
They talked about critical race theory.
Yes,
That's what they talked about.
Okay, I'm gonna post something to you, and I'm gonna give it to you from my point of view.
Nah, but I understand what you're saying about the profile and some shit is out of place. And believe me, I do that shit. But
and that's all I'm saying. Call it that.
Holding the law on that shit, because them cops up there will blow somebody's brains out for fucking nothing, for being out of place.
You're absolutely right. But
they will
let me ask a question, because this might sound a little naive, but I know I watched the video, but because one of the most disturbing parts of that whole thing to me was watching the news with a kid just standing there calm than a motherfucker. Like this ain't even just happened.
Yeah.
And I'm watching people looking at him, like the people from the neighborhood looking at him just kind of disgusted. And I'm thinking in my mind, which I know why, but what if that would have been anybody else?
Boy,
them cops would have tore his head off. He wouldn't even.
He wouldn't even
been able
to strapped to a stretcher.
I'm gonna one up there. And I ain't trying to open.
They should.
I ain't trying to Oprah your story.
They should have killed that motherfucker.
Yeah.
George
RGG, you know he would have been strapped to a stretcher, bro. He would have been strapped to a stretcher.
Yeah.
George Zimmerman is still alive.
Right.
George Zimmerman is still walking the streets.
Exactly.
How many black folks
that's
he's still walking the streets?
That's a whole nother conversation.
And I'm real emotional about shit like that, because they do stuff like this. It's planned out. You got people behind them, egging them on. Like he ain't just come up with this shit by himself.
No, that's why I asked you to read the manifesto.
Yeah,
it's
the manifesto. But if you look at Tucker Carlson,
exactly,
Candace Owens, all these people that Tucker Carlson has the highest rated cable news show in the country, and they watch that shit all the time,
and they believe it too.
And they believe it. And the impressionable mind,
study white replacement theory.
Okay. So let me throw something out there to you. We just saw the rapper Young Thug get hit, and his whole record label get hit with a RICO charge. Anybody remotely associated with what happened got hit with a charge. That same thing, and we can demand this as a people. We got to get out this punk ass mind state. We need to demand that of the
whoever put that shit
up there. They say, hey, we want not only him, but everybody that he spoke to on 4chan, on 8chan, on Red, and whoever he listened to on Fox News, whether it be Tucker Carlson, Bill O'Reilly. I know he ain't on that.
I agree. We need to go and RICO them too.
Get with a RICO charge, because that falls under the same parameters that you just hit rapper with.
I agree.
We have to know how to they manipulate the laws in their favor all the time. And that people, we don't understand that.
And they do that.
We can do it too.
They attack 2A though. That's how they shit work.
They
need that.
Look, Armel. In his manifesto, hold on, listen. They attacked 2A right now. This is exactly what he said he wanted them to do. He knew that this attack would get more gun control, and that more gun control would disarm primarily the black community. This is what he said. But if y'all don't read the shit he's saying, I'm saying you got to know how these folks think.
Carbon Q posted it in the chat. Carbon, if you can you post it again?
Yeah, it's still a
manifestation. If you don't understand their thought process, you're gonna be forever. I don't care how much training you get, you're gonna be forever behind the curve because you don't understand. Let's be all the way honest, man. We are at fucking war. And the only that don't understand that we are at
people
war
don't get that,
us.
man. People
It's
don't get that.
story like how I first got into guns for real. Like when after my incident, I'm walking outside and I live it. We're the only blacks now. There was 2 families in the whole fucking town. Everybody ARs, the George Floyd thing was going on. Every ARs, pistols, kids, and I'm like, I missed the memo. Then somebody pulled out on me on the highway. I was like, it's time to strap up.
Yeah.
At that point, you know what I mean? I'm the out of place dude.
Yeah.
My family's out of place. My son out of place.
For me, it was the pandemic for me, and it wasn't more about I know that I can protect my family,
No,
but
he didn't.
but if
Yazzie.
in the event
No,
that
he
something
didn't.
happened to me, can my wife protect my family? Can my kids protect? Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's when it got real deep for me. Like, I know that I can get us from point A to point B.
Unity.
Yeah.
Like this shit, like that shit is some kind of pride, and you know, when did treason become pride?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, I want you to take a clue from the Jewish people.
Perfect example.
And this is the fact of the matter. If you're a terrorist over in Israel, and I don't agree with them because they do some bullshit to the Palestinians. I don't agree with. They have their own apartheid going on over there.
Yeah.
And but go into that neighborhood and shoot one person. They'll come and they'll level your whole
coming for your whole family, bro.
Go and they'll level your whole town. But you know what that does? Because they have this thing with them that says never again. Until we decide never again, until we decide that our blood is so valuable until we decide our blood is so valuable that if you spill one drop of it, I'm willing to kill their whole fucking family.
See, that's the mentality that I got.
It's never gonna change. It's never gonna change.
That's the mentality that I got because that's the mentality I was raised with. You talking about my father and his friends during the 60s followed around the police with shotguns to protect our community. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I got raised with that mentality. All of this stuff that's going on with these kids getting shot down for no reason, I know my response as a black father. You get what I'm saying? And there's not a God they can pray to change my mind or stop me. You get what I'm saying? But everybody needs to have that same kind of fight within our community about our community. You know what I'm saying?
Every other community does.
Yes. Right. They do, right. Every other community does. You can't go into the Asian community and do anything you want to do. You can't go into the Hispanic community and do whatever you want to do. The Italians, the Irish, anybody. You can't go into those communities and do whatever you want to do.
I'm going to tell you why, Zach. Because the minute that we stand up and say, no, you can't come into our community, the first thing we get hit with, why y'all being divisive?
Or we get hit with a RICO.
Brothers. But I can't go into your fucking community.
Yep.
I can't walk down the street in your damn neighborhood without getting the cops called on me. So I think we should. It's not a problem to reciprocate. I just want to know who everybody is and keep everybody honest. Because if we're going to have these laws and everything apply, let's apply it across the board. So what's good for you, good for me. I'm going to do exactly what you do. And I'm going to meet you with the same energy.
Hey, look, Tabitha Tangerine saying so much, man.
What I said earlier, because I see the statement that Jason made. He said it's important to remember all white people aren't the enemy, though.
That's not what we're saying, Jason.
We don't judge people, right, based on skin color. We love all people the same regardless. Our message is a message of love. See, I understand that sentiment where you're coming from. And my thing is, if the shoe don't fit, don't fucking worry about wearing it and walking in it. But if there's a guy, if there's a group of people, I don't care if they're a subset of a group of people that I know they want to come and kill my people or kill my family, I believe in being biblical. I believe you should kill all them motherfuckers. Because you cannot let anybody just come and do whatever they want to do to you. I mean, we all talk about we have these guns, the Second Amendment, we have a list. I don't own one gun because I want to go hunting. I own a gun just in case I got to shoot a motherfucker.
Yeah,
that is the reality of owning a firearm.
Facts, and I be like,
that's the reality. It has nothing to do with going hunting or none of that.
I tell my kids all the time.
If you are to pray, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Nah,
Man, I tell my kids all the time. I tell them, I say, listen, I say,
everybody don't black, bro.
I've been the bully to the bullies my whole life, way before pistols. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't like bullies. I don't like people picking on people. Like, that's always been my stance. And that's how I raise my kids. Like, don't sit around and let somebody do something, not even once. Don't even give them that once. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't even give them that once. And that's the stand-up mentality that I really wish this upcoming generation had. Like, don't let nothing happen, not even once. Don't let them get, ain't no turning no cheeks.
Yeah, no.
Ain't no turning no cheeks.
All right, I was waiting on a breather, man. You know,
all right, go ahead.
Sometimes I like to let, I like to let the live float on, let everybody get everything off their chest, but we well over the 2 hours, man. That's that. We're gonna have to do a part 2 to this.
Gotcha.
I feel like there was there's just a lot of emotion flying, man. And I was debating, even touching the topic, but I can't turn my back on those people, man. Like, I really wish it was much more I could do. You know, we can't bring nobody back, but I wish it was a way to let them know that, we feel the pain of those family members. And man, I still, this bothers me, man, more than stuff has bothered me in a long time. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This is tough to watch them, just watching those people, man, and thinking about all the petty stuff that we see, or all the little shit that we worry about when there's bigger shit going on. Because imagine that being one of our family members.
Right.
Imagine that being our people. Imagine that being in one of our towns. So, this was a good discussion tonight, man.
Interesting.
And I really appreciate everybody that chimed in. The chat been jumping all night. Everybody's it's just a million opinions. Zodi, man, you've been amazing, brother. I think you gave a lot of people a lot of good insight. SD Marine 89, man, you were amazing, man. Everybody else been pretty dope, man. Hot Tub, I always appreciate everybody that chime in on any of these subjects, man. This is what this is supposed to be about.
Yeah.
Each one teach one. Jason, we got love for you, man. This is just something that we have to deal with, and it's difficult for everybody else to understand it, man.
Yeah, we gotta understand that. We hurting. You gotta that's why I said you gotta be able to understand that. If the shoe don't fit, just don't fucking wear it. But we need to be able to grieve. To be black in America is to be angry all the time. That's what James Baldwin said, and that shit is true.
Absolutely.
So when you see something like this, and you see an 86-year-old person who was a substitute or a church mother, and you know those people, and you think about that, you be like, damn, if it was something that I could have done to stop that from happening. And that shit makes you hurt. I don't know that woman from anywhere, but because I know she looked like my mama, and that could have been my mama, that shit hurts. And it don't make me just want to march. It make me want to go tear some shit up. And you gotta understand that.
I'm not gonna let the live run on no longer. I'm gonna just tell y'all that now. I don't even want to cut nobody off in the middle of talking, so let's not even start no more long sentences. I just want to thank everybody for giving their insight. This we can talk till we blue in the face.
Yeah.
We done seen so much shit happen, right? I mean, and I don't even like to do this no more because I'm really trying to grow out of it. If I don't know, you guys may not have noticed it through my journey, man. I always talk about coming from the hood and losing so many homies to gun violence and family members and people dying around me. If you never been through that or you never had to experience it, then you wouldn't know what I'm talking about. I don't like to deal with I struggle dealing with that a lot. You know what I'm saying? I struggle with trying to make that transition and just be, and I'm older. But sometimes this stuff, the mentality follows you, right? When you done lost somebody or you done seen a situation happen, you can't imagine what those people are going through. I guess that's what I'm really trying to say.
No,
You can't even, you cannot. We can talk about, man, I would have did this, should have went this way. You got to get that, man. There's somebody sitting up there right now can't even move.
Yeah.
They body just numb. They messed up. I can't figure out how the hell somebody just shot my grandmother, man. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's bigger than everything we can think of.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I wanted to touch on it, man. There's no need for us to be getting tight with each other in here.
No.
Yeah,
It was that first one, RGT. That first one, that first lady that got hit, that did something to me on the inside so bad, bro. That did something to me bad, bro. That I felt so horrible. I don't know, like I felt so hopeless and so helpless. Like that
about
first
all
lady.
of it though.
That, just
Not
all of it, but
That's,
that first one just did something to me so bad.
brothers, when I called him, I was messed up.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I just saw this video, man, and I can't, you know, like, man, that's why people got to get trained. I'm like, I don't even know if training would have helped.
That thing happened so fast.
Yeah, the way that
unless you
happened,
was
I don't know.
super trained,
I don't
think
give a
it
damn
would
who
have
you
happened.
are. You know, not especially not for those first couple people. Like you
Yeah,
never ever see that coming. But before I go, two things. I want to give everybody a challenge.
Love you too, bro. Ain't
for
nothing
tomorrow.
Against you. Nothing
Word up,
against your
Jason?
laws, man.
Oh man,
Nothing
Jason,
against
man,
your
I got
laws,
mad
man.
love. I got mad love, respect for Jason and Shannon, man. They dope. But look, listen, I got a challenge for everybody tomorrow, man. And this is nothing. This is something you can do just in your everyday. I want everybody to be on high alert when you move around tomorrow, right? Because we need to be. But I want you to pay attention to the people around you that ain't on high alert. That's what I want you to do. I want you to see how fast it takes for you to count 10 people that ain't paying attention to nothing.
Wow.
Tomorrow. We'll talk about that next time we go live. That's just my personal challenge to everybody, man, to hopefully to get somebody to thinking about, man, I gotta do better.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta do better.
Think of how quickly you could have got that person.
Yeah.
Right.
That could have been you each time.
Yeah.
Well, I'm asking, can somebody send me that video? I haven't seen the video. Me personally, I haven't seen any of it.
She put the link in the chat.
Okay. I'll look at it once I get out.
If you ain't see it, hop on Twitter and type it in. They keep reposting it on Twitter. Let them post anything. Hop on Twitter.
Okay.
It's all over Twitter.
Junior, CR42 Hunting. What's up, dog?
Read all 180 pages of that manifesto, man.
Manifesto.
Know how if you gonna be out here moving around, man, know how these folks think. Because this motherfucker broke it down. I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life, bro. Yeah. It was damn near military in its precision and what he wrote down. So you need, I encourage y'all, even if you're not a big reader, bro, make time. Read that shit and put it all into its proper context.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
on a lighter note, again, I'm gonna keep saying this until we get there. I really look forward to meeting y'all up in Nashville.
No doubt.
There you go.
Really look forward to meeting all y'all in Nashville.
Oh, he said beating. I thought he said beating y'all.
Me. I look forward. I got that country Atlanta accent.
No talking to best friend, man. Listen.
Right.
Definitely on a brighter note. This Friday will be our last donation Friday before Nashville. I'm gonna do this donation Friday for Nashville, so that anything that I need to get taken care of last second, that's what it'll be for. Anybody that wanted to try to help out and couldn't help out, this will be your opportunity on Friday to do just that. And we'll do some more talking and chopping it up on Friday, man. Bro, we did a little over a week away from this thing.
This is wild.
It's getting more and more exciting by the minute. I'm more nervous than I ever been in my life, man. But I'm more excited to meet y'all, man. The people that I've never had a chance to meet in person, and all the ones that I have, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys again. And it's gonna be a weekend to remember, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Extravaganza.
I got playing with the guns today in the tape. Figure out what I was gonna bring. I still ain't made up my mind. I don't know, y'all.
Bring them all, Skilly.
Bring them all. I was just bring all five. Bring the safe.
Get your fit right, man. Get your fit right for the RGAs. Get your fit right.
I want to shoot the Vector anyway.
Yeah, man. TK says she excited too, man. Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
This is. I hope this wasn't too somber for everybody, man. But
Nah.
rather it
No,
was
it
or
needed
not,
to be talked about.
it was
Hey
needed.
man, you brought everybody down. I just want you to know that, RGG. It's all your fault, bro. I'm real sad
Now I
right
got
now,
to
bro.
go right to bed.
Right.
It was needed, man. It was needed, man. Hey, listen, man. I appreciate all of y'all. I can't say it enough, man.
Appreciate you.
Tangi, I hope you're ready, girl.
See you, Tangi.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
You know, Ken's gonna have that thigh out. So y'all better be careful.
Yeah, she's gonna have that thigh out.
That's gonna be distracting, bro.
Ain't nobody
I
gonna
ain't even
win
gonna
the
lie
shooting.
to you, cuz
Ain't nobody gonna win the
I ain't
shooting
gonna be able to shoot
competition.
worth shit. She gonna soon as she pull that thigh out, I'm done, bro.
Gonna be all
Gonna
shiny
sub,
and
gonna sub,
glistening and
take me out
stuff.
the game, coach.
Hey, Monday. Yeah, Monday's the last live.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna go live Sunday too, though. I'm gonna go live Sunday and Monday, but I'm gonna try to bring a whole gun camp on here because not only is it are they guests at the joint, they're a big part of our security team too.
Oh, that's what's up.
Great part about it is a lot of these guys are law enforcement, so it kind of helps us in that capacity, man. So
yeah, we'll be well covered, y'all, down in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about it, man. Prepper Tribe, thanks for checking in, man. Everybody,
Prepper Tribe, what up?
I hope y'all getting the magazines ready, man.
Super dope live, man.
Hope y'all getting the magazines ready because that's what we're doing.
Man, send me something.
I'm getting the magazines ready to go. I'm getting them up and loaded. Let's do it. Hope y'all. Oh, and I got the world's smallest 50-round Glock magazine. I sent it to RGG last night. Ain't nobody seen that yet.
That is dope.
God damn, where the hell you get that from, bro?
Hey man, we gonna let you know, man. Video coming soon.
Hey, stop promoting. This is not a promotion.
That's right. Stop promoting. Stop cross promoting. Right. But yeah, man.
Right. Hey man, everybody be safe, man. Y'all have a
definitely
safe rest of your week. Do that thing I'm talking about though. Just pay attention to everything going on around you. What's up?
Yeah.
Everybody that is going to be getting an email tonight about tomorrow's quick link up, real quick. Who knows?
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, you guys should have gotten an email about something. People that were supposed to get it would have gotten it about a private live. I won't be in it. I'll be busy tomorrow, but I trust these guys. They got it. They got it. They're gonna hold it down. So
we'll see. Wrong jokers.
All right, man. Till next time, y'all. I will see everybody on Friday night, man. Y'all all stay
safe, man.
Yes, sir. Y'all be safe.